everyone, it's Jim and Bob here, bringing you yet another Blood Bowl encounter.
I just can't get enough of this sport, Bob, and I imagine that it's the same for our viewers.
They love it, Jim. We'll soon be providing even more bloody images, thanks to our new fist cam technology.
Yes, it's amazing how many cameras you can build into a knuckle duster.
He's recovered the ball.
Ouch! That punch knocked his teeth down his throat.
Yes, Jim, that's never a nice sight.
Berserkers, Yetis, Ulfwurners.
I'll bet you like this, Jim.
Of course, Bob. To be brutally honest, I always enjoy a pack of raving maniacs.
Spoken as a true Blood Bowl fan, Jim.
Nice left punch, right on the nose.
Sure was, Jim. It's broken now.
You can't say much about that.
Full-blooded, but perfectly legal.
This player was really strong. Do you think they have some troll blood in them?
Could be. Or maybe his opponent shouldn't speak that way about the family.
I bet those Yetis don't like playing the Dungeon Bowl, Bob.
That's right, Jim. Some Norse teams downright refuse to play in that cup, claiming it to be inhumane.
That's strange, Bob. Didn't figure any Norse team to be humane. I bet that hurt. Good job his nose got in the way.
Yeah, otherwise he'd have got it full in the face. That's what happens when a pro crosses an amateur.
Yes, splodge. They can start to move forward. Now there's one that won't be coming back in a hurry.
In a game as physical as this, the player is really in the right place.
Exactly. It's really ugly.
Look! They walk! They make noises! They score touchdowns!
Yes, Bob. They are old, undead Blood Bowl players. What did you expect?
Jim, it still just surprises me each time I see them on the pitch.
Ogres.
He checked that move.
Made him look stupid, you mean?
That face job is a lot cheaper than a plastic surgeon.
I don't know if he planned it, but it won't do him any harm in the looks department.
I don't know if he really liked that uppercut.
He may not have liked it, but he certainly ate it.
Hold still and then pow! Right in the face.
Funny how a rabbit punch sounds so inoffensive, and yet is so effective.
If he's lucky, it's just a knockout.
One of the most famous Norse teams out there. That's the sort of technical error that can cost you the game. And they're off the pitch.
I was told this group of supporters practice cannibalism, Bob. Funny.
Finally, there's one that lets his biceps do the talking.
Yeah, but from his opponent's point of view, it was a short conversation. Oh, no, another one who actually plays the ball.
Wallop! Right on the schmozzle.
He'll have a bit of trouble blowing his nose from now on. That player's seeing stars now.
Funny for someone that wasn't really that bright.
I've heard of teams that have simply disappeared after being abandoned by their supporters.
Let's say that some teams who haven't won a match for several years have been tied up by their fans and thrown into rubbish containers.
It's the only way to end a downward spiral. Brilliant side kick to the face. Let's see that again in slow motion. Yep, upside down. That's one way to look at things. A perfect utsurigoshi.
Well, what's that when it's at home?
In layman's term, a stamp on the skull.
It's not looking good for the defense.
That's the first touchdown of the match. And that's the first supporter's hit to go flying. The ball's in play. There's gonna be trouble.
The player gets hold of the ball.
No doubt Tomolandry, the necromancer, is the most famous undead coach out there.
Of course, Bob. He's the head coach of Champions of Death.
Not only that, Jim, he was the first necromancer to resurrect a dozen skeletons and give them knowledge of the game, a trend that was quickly followed. That reminds me of when I took Griff to bits in the '91 final against Rottenham.
Oh, yeah. You kneecapped him.
First half belonged to the players, but the interval will give the supporters a chance to shine.
Well, some didn't even wait for the whistle.
Then the match can get underway once more. The players have had time to recover and lick their wounds.
That's not all they've been licking, Bob.
Oh, Jim. Good hand skills. The ball is caught.
That right hook was worthy of a black orc.
You're telling me it'll take a while to get over. Just look at the way his feet and hands are twitching.
The punch is still echoing round his body.
This player has opened the slapping box and gives rather generously.
Corruption is so widespread that the Referees Guild has set up rules concerning where, when, and how one can accept a bribe.
Under an agreement signed last season, clubs are not allowed to offer less than the going rate.
What violence!
Yes, it's a great spectacle, Bob. Well, that's one with a good reason to go see the apothecary.
Yep, looks like he's gonna need a good one. Ouch! Oh, he's knocked him senseless.
You're assuming then that he had something between his ears to begin with.
The bench seems to be in two minds about what to do about the player lying prone on the pitch.
Yeah, they don't know whether to send on a stretcher or a coffin.
Beer swilling, spear brandishing, yeti wrestling lunatics.
And that's just the apothecaries, Jim. Do you think you'll be able to get up after that blow, Jim?
Oh, yes. He's not the sort to stay down. And don't forget, children, don't try and do this at home. Remember, these are seasoned professionals.
Well, one of them is anyway.
It seems this player does all the talking with the fists.
And they clearly know how to get heard.
As soon as he throws his first punch.
We know the opponent will be out for lunch.
Wow, I can tell you straight, that hurts. He sent him down for a chat with the astrogranite.
Boom! In the face, and then followed by a clean uppercut. Well done! Ouch! Right in the face! The other guy couldn't dodge that one. The Blood Bowl annals are littered with the stories of teams who've gone bust with crippling debts.
And with the cost of doping and bribery on the rise, the problem won't be going away.
Yep, upside down. That's one way to look at things. Boom! In the face, and then followed by a clean uppercut. Well done!
And don't forget, children, don't try and do this at home. Remember, these are seasoned professionals.
Well, one of them is anyway. The ball is in his hands. Ouch! Right in the face. The other guy couldn't dodge that one. Did you know that well in advance of the match, the Berserkers will often start quaffing flagons of ale before whipping themselves into a frenzy?
That can sure be useful, Bob. We should try that someday.
We better leave that to the professionals, Jim. You already look a little pale. Never mind. And we're off!
What finesse, what style, what perfection.
What a hammer blow!
A player that bad should not be allowed on the pitch.
Ouch! Have a nice sleep.
Little baby gets his medicine and he's having a little nap.
Wizards have not always been able to cast spells safely from behind the sidelines. Were you playing at the time in an Albion League, a second division that prohibited spellcasting from off the pitch?
Oh, yes. They were great times. I remember fans traveling to games just to see how well Wizards stood up to the mad charge of a raving Blood Bowl star. The noise created by a sizzling fireball, followed by the characteristic sound of the snapping of the wizard's neck.
Ooh, if I was in his place, I'd be looking for a place to hide. That face job is a lot cheaper than a plastic surgeon.
I don't know if he planned it, but it won't do him any harm in the looks department.
He made picking that ball up look easy.
What violence!
Yes, it's a great spectacle, Bob.
Brilliant side kick to the face. Let's see that again in slow motion.
Nice left punch, right on the nose.
Sure was, Jim. It's broken now. A recent medical report stated that cerebral hemorrhages were less frequent in Blood Bowl players. Amazing when you come to think of it.
Not really, when you consider that brains are also less frequent.
Do you think you'll be able to get up after that blow, Jim?
Oh, yes. He's not the sort to stay down.
Well, the game is over.
Game? What game? That was a raw slaughter. Do these guys do any training? Or do they spend their days home knitting?
Who knows what they do, but they were definitely not in the same class as the opposition. A logical defeat for a team that was just not in the game.
They couldn't get their hands on the ball, and that's what cost them the game.
They defended high up, keeping the opposition to their half of the field.
Everybody clean. It can't be.
They must have come up with an undetectable doping substance.
I hope so. Otherwise, we're in for a dull match. He's a typical example of RPBA. Ref paid to do bugger all.
Yes, they could have got away with murder out there today.
They did.